Alright, I got some interesting information on what is apparently going to be the next definite time for the market slash economies to crash. As I've said, um, I thought it would be October again. I gave you the reasons why. I mentioned that one of the clear reasons is the Legatus meeting, which takes place in Rome from the matter of fact, let me see what the actual date is. 16th to the 23rd of this month, which is a Sunday it ends. Monday would be the 24th. So I have opened the WebBot report, and it talks about this lawsuit that, and it was in the prior report too. Also, a company's going to go bankrupt. There's going to be a lawsuit. There's going to be a problem, and it's going to bring down this company that is tied somehow to the Vatican, to the church, etc. Opens up a whole can of worms. Not sure, but I mean, look at this section. And the fraud will be alleged both widely and deeply about the background circumstances within the lawsuit, such that the international repercussions involving the so-called royals will be splashed against the background of a mentally misplaced, dead or dying or absent, Alzheimer's something pope, an exhausted national consortium, a claimed and soon-to-be bankrupt papacy, a rotting secret and fencing aristocracy. Okay. And that's all I want to read you from the WebBot report, but it was in the previous report as well about this something. It should be later this year, which we're entering that time period basically, I guess, but it's going to bring down this whole thing, this big corporation or whatever this is. It's got something that ties to the Vatican, to the highest church of the freaking world, as we've come to know it. No, it's not a good church. No, it's not good, but no, I'm not going to sit here and argue with people about it. However, just want to share that with you to start with. So next we go to the Legatus thing here, right? This is how Reinhardt had his claim to fame in 2008, and said it many months in advance that he guaranteed the pilgrimage of the which they call it here. It is 2011 annual pilgrimage, but he was referring to the one in 2008. And he gave the exact date that the market would crash due to the pilgrimage taking place. And he has an interesting comment, because sometimes they're not always in Rome, like it says here, October 16th to 23rd. They're in other places too, but he has something interesting to say in regards to that. And again, this is from July 2008, which is prior to him nailing the date later that year of the crash. And he said it was due to this Legatus meeting, which again ties into the Catholic Church, Roman Catholic Church, and he nailed it. So he's quoting what someone asked him: Does this stuff only happen around or after their pilgrimages? He says, good question. From what I have seen, the local non-Rome junkets tend to attract a significant gathering of politicos in whatever area they take place. And the local stocks of companies in those local areas basically states are affected in a negative way on a smaller scale. It took me a while to determine that the Rome visits were the big ones. Rome segment, October 16th through 23rd, which is Sunday, 2011. The second part of the annual pilgrimage will take place in Rome, the center of our Catholic faith. So let's just see how much that faith works out for everybody in the Catholic area. And just so you have an idea of something interesting, there's a 2012 annual Legatus Summit at the Ritz-Carlton in Naples, Florida. Isn't that interesting? Now this should be after, of course, the bad collapse. But as he said in his comments, the local non-Rome junkets tend to attract a significant gathering of politicos. So let's see how phenomenal this guy Reinhardt really is, because he is. I'm gonna read that one more time. From what I have seen, the local non-Rome junkets tend to attract a significant gathering of politicos, politicians, in whatever area that they take place. right? So we have February 2012, February 4th, 2nd to the 4th, Naples, Florida. Isn't that interesting? Because someone sent me something even more incredible that ties right into this. Global Financial Leadership Conference, which this actually isn't 2012. I just wanted to share that with you about the next one. But October 24th. Remember, this is that Monday that the crash should take place. Technically speaking, anyways. Or on or about this time frame. October 24th through 26th, 2011. The Ritz-Carlton, Naples, Florida Resort. The same freaking one that they will be meeting in for this Legatus meeting, February of 2012. Look who the keynote speakers are. 24th, which should be the collapse day, technically speaking. President George W. Bush. This lady, journalist, author of the best, whatever this is, Katie Couric. Look at the big guys here. U.S. Industry and Energy Editor. Served on the Energy Editor, UK News Editor, and Economics Editor based in London. This lady, Senior Financial Officer of Banking and Debt Management, World Bank Treasury. Tom Daschle, former Senator. Donald Paul, former Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, Chevron Gas Company. Right? You getting the picture here? Huffington Post. Do I really need to continue? Bill Richardson, former U.S. Energy Secretary, U.S. Ambassador to United Nations, member of the U.S. House of Representatives. I mean, seriously? So, I think this is the nail in the coffin as far as pinpointing the collapse time frame. Yes, it appears to be late October. I just started to read what, and then again, this is Reinhardt's website, by the way. It's enterprisecorruption.com, and it's a very long read of an interesting set of history. But at the very bottom, scroll up a little bit from the bottom, you get to his final thing here. And how bad will it get? There's been 46 crashes, 1 recoinage, 7 depressions between the years 1697 to 1947. That's on average 1 crash every 5.34 years. And he's not specifically talking about America. He's talking globally, because this is a global problem, not an American problem. 15 crashes between 1947 and 2007, which is 60 years. 1 crash every 4 years. Then we have 8 debasements and bankruptcies between 1278 and 1698, 420 years. 1 debasement every 52 years. Total 729 years. 69 crashes, debasements, bankruptcies, and 1 crash, debasement, bankruptcy every 10.57 years, roughly over the 729-year period. So he says continuing to shorten the average. It appears like it. Got a little chart here where he's seeing the Dow Jones could end. Now we did see it touch the 6,700 whatever mark, somewhere in this area, and this could be where it's heading. And I believe this would be WebBot territory that it spoke of for the Dow. And we have, I don't know what this is. The last Legatus event was the market's top. So we had the shoulder, head, shoulder, and then collapse, which is coming here shortly, I guess, what he means by this. So he too finds the Legatus meeting. Here we go. May 2nd, 2011. Right, May 2nd, top of the market, I guess is what he's saying. Pilgrimage, which is here, fixing to take place, I guess. Let's see, May, January, February, March, April, May, June, July through August. No, so the next one down is after this, which is here. Or is that, I'm assuming, because that doesn't look like October to me. May, June, July, August. Anyways, he's pointing out these dates that will be key important dates. But again, this is Florida. This one is Rome. This is the important one, as he mentioned, from 2008. it took me a while to determine that the Rome visits were the big ones. So keep that in mind. I wanted to share that with you and let you know to hold on tight, because I think it's fixing to take place here shortly. Next few weeks or whatever, 2 or 3 weeks out. And again, it could bring down silver and gold with it. Be prepared to capitalize on that gold and silver push down if it takes place, because it'll be it would have to be the last time you'll ever see that kind of price. I mean, period. Maybe, maybe as far as maybe it'll go down. If not, maybe it'll hold its own and kind of hover on $30 or $25 or whatever. I'm not sure. I cannot say. But I do know I'll be on standby to pull the trigger rapidly if I see a crash in the silver market. I will place an order before all of the metals dealers, bullion banks, or not banks, but bullion dealers can put up on their website, "We're not taking orders right now," or anything like that. I will pull the trigger rapidly to lock in some silver if they crash it down. Excuse me. So that's it. Take this information however you wish. I'm not saying one way or other I know for a fact something's going to happen or not, but I'm sharing the information that is saying that. And this guy Reinhardt has a phenomenal track record, and it is tied to the Roman Catholic Church, which is the problem of all of humanity's issues. Anyways, take care.